Tiger Woods' ex-wife is 42. Wait until you see her. Tiger Woods and Ellen Nordegren, his ex-wife, have been in the news a lot. Woods was asked a lot of questions, and a lot of them were about his golf business and his personal life. This is the story of how Tiger and Ellen's relationship went from bad to worse. The trouble starts. It looked like things were going great for Tiger and Ellen, but on Thanksgiving Day 2009, everything would change for good. Ellen read something that said Tiger was linked to a woman named Rachel Uchitel. She chose to talk to him about it, but Tiger said there was no truth to it. Ellen was suspicious, though. Soon after, she'd find damaging proof on his cell phone. Things quickly got worse. Ellen got more and more angry as word spread that Tiger had been cheating on her. Some news stories said that Ellen reportedly hit her husband with a golf club. Tiger then ran to his car and began to drive away, but soon after he crashed the car because he'd been taking sleeping pills. He was lucky not to have hurt himself more. He had a break. When this happened, Tiger felt like he needed to take some time to think about himself. He said on his website that he was indefinitely breaking away from professional golf. At the time, he was the biggest draw, so TV and his sponsors lost their biggest source of viewers. Things got worse. Things got worse for the couple over time. Ellen began to think that maybe she had overreacted, but Tiger kept showing her that she was wrong. As things went on, they did everything they could to keep it out of the public eye, but sadly, things were not over for these two yet. It costs a lot to stay silent. At the time Rachel Uchitel was related to Tiger, she chose to speak out and tell the public her side of the story. But her planned visit was suddenly canceled. Later, it came out that Tiger paid her $10,000 to keep quiet, but it was too late for him. Tiger had several mistresses. As soon as word got out that Tiger had been seeing someone else, more women came forward to say that they'd also been seeing something else. They got in front of everyone to talk about what had happened. Holly Sampson, Corey Rist, Jamie Jungers, Mindy Lawton, and Kalika Moquin were some of the women who came out. Jamie says something. Jamie Grubbs, one of Tiger's lovers, chose to tell the whole world her story. She worked as a bar waitress and was on the reality TV show Tool Academy at the time of the affair. She said she didn't know Tiger was married, even though they'd been together for 2 years. The link between twins. And since Ellen and Josephina were always close, it made sense for her to be there for Ellen during this messy situation. Ellen and Josephina came to the U.S. together and lived together until Ellen met Tiger. Help from her sister. While Ellen was going through the divorce process, her twin was there to support her and help her with the law. Ellen got a law team from Josephina's office. To this day, Josephina still works at that office. What did it do for her? Most of the time when people think about famous divorces, they want to know how much the deal was. Now it's important to remember that divorce is about real people and their feelings. The question that many people had, though, was how much Ellen had left after all the pain. The last amount. Before they got married, Tiger and Ellen agreed that if they got a divorce, Ellen would get $20 million. However, because Tiger's many affairs made things worse, many people wondered if she could get more. Different news sources said that the end amount could be anywhere from $750,000 to $1 billion. Out of the public's view. The couple wanted to keep their split as quiet as possible, just like they did during the whole thing, so details are not known to the public. Tiger did everything he could to keep it from the press, who weren't even allowed in the room. Who got the kids? As the split was coming to an end, people started to wonder what would happen with the kids. In the end, Ellen chose not to deny Tiger some control. Even so, she couldn't ignore the fact that he was the father of her children and wanted him to be part of their lives. Affairs cost him. It was said that Ellen's payment was about $100 million after everything was said and done and the divorce was sealed. It's an amazing $80 million more than what was agreed upon in the original contract. Most people think that this was meant to make Ellen feel better for everything Tiger had done to hurt her. How it made Ellen feel. Because of all the attention on the affairs and the split, Ellen's mental health suffered. Everything she went through would have been painful for anyone, but she also had to deal with the public talking about it. The whole thing made her feel very embarrassed. She speaks up. Ellen finally decided that she wanted to make things clear about what had happened with the golf club. Ellen said that she had heard a strange and loud noise outside after Tiger stormed out of their house during their fight, so she went to see what was going on. She says she broke into the wrecked car with the golf club and helped Tiger get out safely. They didn't believe her. Even after Ellen talked about what happened, many people still didn't accept her account and thought it wasn't true. Some people thought she might have made up parts of the story because they thought the version in the media made more sense than what Ellen said. How she got better. Ellen had to put the pieces back together and move on with her life after everything was over. Even though the last fight was over, it was still hard for her, especially when she thought about everything. The fact that her husband had cheated on her couldn't be erased, and she had to raise their children by herself. Writing in a book helped her deal with her stress. Was he sorry about what he did? It looks like everyone agrees that Tiger made Ellen go through a very painful and unfair experience, but a lot of people asked if he felt bad about everything. In an interview in 2016, the answer to this question became clear. When asked if he had any regrets in life, Tiger said that the only thing he wished he had done differently was finish his degree at Stanford. Still getting along. Ellen is still friendly with her ex-husband, Tiger, even after everything he did to hurt her. She did this so that her kids could still get along with him. For now, Ellen still thinks Tiger's a good dad, but she doesn't like his women. If they don't want to get married, they can't meet their kids. Getting going. After everything, Tiger had a hard time with how his public image had changed, but that didn't stop him from meeting a new woman. He moved on and is now seeing Erica Herman. Tiger agreed with Ellen that he would not introduce his children to her unless they planned to get married. Someone new to love. There were times when Tiger was seen with a woman named Kristen Smith before Erica. The two of them met right before he met Erica. It looked like their relationship was doomed from the start, though, and they would soon be in the news. Back to his old ways. Someone asked him how he had moved on so fast after a split with Kristen. The time didn't seem right, but it turned out that Tiger was up to his old tricks again. He started dating Erica while he was still seeing Kristen. He decided to keep dating Erica in the end. Changing some things. Tiger did some of the things he used to do, but he chose to change. He chose to do something about the bad habits that were hurting him, so he went to rehab to get help and try to change for good. It was said that he was seeing more than 100 other women while he was still married to Ellen. His new lead girl. She was running one of Tiger's restaurants in Florida when they met. At the 2017 President's Cup, they were seen together for the first time in public. They've been seen together a lot more since then, and their relationship seems to be strong. Tiger got help from her. A lot of people say that Erica is the one who changed Tiger's life. Tiger seems to be on the right track again since he met Erica. He has since won a lot of titles again, and he's stayed out of bad news since they started dating. The kids from Tiger and Erica. As Erica and Tiger's relationship has grown, she's built a strong, good bond with his kids, Charlie Axel and Sam Alexis. The first rule that Tiger's girlfriends couldn't meet his kids, but Erica had been with him long enough to be allowed to. Moving on for Ellen. Ellen also started to move on with her life after the split. In the beginning, she bought a new house for herself and her kids, chose to buy an old house and fix it up from the ground up to make it her dream home. The first love since the divorce. Ellen was ready for a new relationship once she was done remodeling her house. She started going out with coal tycoon Chris Klein, who happened to be her neighbor. Soon after, it was said that Klein seemed too busy to start a new romance. Different ages. Many people didn't think Ellen had picked the right partner, even though moving on and starting a new relationship was the right thing to do for her. For the first time, Klein was 53 years old, which is 23 years older than Ellen. Ellen moves on once more. Now Ellen was going through her second breakup, but this one seemed to be going much better. She chose to spend quality time with her friends and have fun at the beach as a treat for herself. One more chance. It looked like Ellen and Chris couldn't stay away from each other after they broke up the first time. They were seen getting close while on vacation in Switzerland in the high-end town of St. Moritz. Getting rumors going. After her very public split, Ellen felt more than ever that she needed to keep her personal life out of the public eye. A lot of people have been talking about her connection with Klein, but she hasn't talked about it in public yet. They're said to still live close to each other, even though they're not together. How long it takes to love someone. There were new reports about a second romance, but it's still not clear what happened with Klein. At this point, she was seen at LAX airport on her way back to her home country of Sweden to date Jamie Dingman, the son of billionaire Michael Dingman. Giving another star a try. Gavin Rossdale, lead singer of the rock band Bush and ex-husband of singer Gwen Stefani, is another guy that Ellen has been linked to. They might have been able to talk about how hard it was to go through their public divorces. How could Ellen do that? Many people still don't agree with this choice, even though everyone knows that history repeats itself. Many people were shocked when she decided to date Rossdale, since he was also known for cheating on his wife. People didn't understand how she could be with a man who had done the same thing her ex-husband had. Again, a scandal over photos. Tiger and Lindsay broke up 2 years ago, but they were together again during a picture scandal. Someone stole their pictures and posted sexy pictures of the two of them on the internet. It was very important to Tiger to find the people who did this and make them pay for what they did. Getting her goal done. Ellen had no idea what her life would become when she started school all those years ago. Whatever she went through, she never forgot her original goal. She chose to go after it again, so she went to Rollins College and graduated in 2014, 9 years after she had first started. A small problem. Ellen was doing great as she worked towards her degree and started dating new people, but she ran into a small problem along the way. In 2017, she was caught going twice the speed limit. She had to take lessons to learn how to drive safely and was given a $281 fine. Getting to the finish line. In the past 10 years, Ellen's life has been a crazy roller coaster with lots of ups and downs. It's clear, though, that she won. She reached her goal of finishing her degree while also taking care of her 2 kids after going through a public and nasty split. What holds them together? Even after everything they've been through, Ellen and Tiger try to be nice to each other so they can easily raise their kids together. It was important to them to be involved with their kids' lives, and they do everything they can to make that happen. A new friend. Tiger was asked how he and Ellen could still be friends after everything they've been through. He answered with confidence, "It comes down to 2 simple things, okay? There's Sam and Charlie. We're willing to do anything to make that happen because we love them so much." This is how it happened. Making time for her family. Ellen is still focused on her 2 kids, even though she went through a public split and is still being watched by the media. As long as possible, she wants to stay out of the press and give her kids the best life she can. The last man she was with. After the well-known split 10 years ago, Ellen finally seems to be in a steady relationship with someone new. She's been tied to Jordan Cameron, a former NFL player. They haven't said much about their romance, but it's thought that they've been together for about 2 years. What is Jordan? Jordan Cameron, Ellen's new boyfriend, played college football as a tight end at the University of Southern California. He was picked up by the Cleveland Browns in the 2011 draft. He then played for the Miami Dolphins from 2015 until he retired from the NFL in 2016 after having 4 concussions during his career. The mixed-up family. Ellen and Jordan have brought their families together and made them a happy unit. Sam Alexis is 12 years old and Charlie Axel is 10 years old. Ellen's their mother. Tristan, Jordan's 10-year-old son, is also his father. Child fever. A few years ago, they met at Art Basel in Miami and have been happy together ever since. They just recently said that Ellen is expecting Jordan's child. Based on information from a close source, both Ellen and Jordan have said they'd love to have more children. Sam and Charlie, Eldon's children with Tiger, are also very excited about having a new brother or sister. Getting ready for their baby. The two of them live together in Ellen's house in a North Palm Beach neighborhood. They're busy getting ready for the birth of their child. Everyone can see how excited they are for their baby to come, who's coming in October 2019. Are dating now. Even though Ellen's marriage to Tiger and later her divorce were painful and hard, she's moved on and healed from the experience. She's said this about their present relationship: "We talk to each other so much better now, it's crazy. It would have been great to do that sooner, but having a best friend like that is great." Ex-lovers are now friends. I think Ellen's amazing. She can even become friends with Tiger's present and former lovers. The two women became close friends when he was with Lindsay Vonn. "I mean, we spent a lot of time together because I was with Tiger for 3 years," Vonn said. "She's such a nice person and a great mom." Hey, Lindsay and Ellen. Ellen and Lindsay became close while Vonn was dating Tiger. The two women are still close, even though Lindsay and Tiger broke up. They took a picture together at the Kentucky Derby, and Vonn shared it on Instagram with the words, "Great to see Ellen and friends at the Kentucky Derby last weekend. As always, she was beautiful." Getting ready for the kids. Ellen's life has changed a lot in the last 10 years. She now has a new baby on the way. For the sake of their kids, this helps her stay nice to Tiger. She said, "I don't think I had any doubts that we'd get to this point of being nice. That was always my dream, for the kids to have two caring parents who treat each other with respect, and I think they have that." Loved family man. Tiger finally seems to have his life together, and along the way he's become a real family man. He and Erica already seem like a family, even though they're not married. She even went to the event where he received the Presidential Medal of Freedom with his mother and children. Thoughts of guilt. Tiger has never said in public that he feels bad about what he did to Ellen, but the Parnovics, who presented Tiger to Ellen, have said that they feel guilty. The couple said that they feel some blame for what they caused her. Even so, Ellen is adamant that Tiger is the only one to blame.